Boom. Look, I'm on the mic. The mic's working. Look at that. Look at that. I didn't start the show with a muted microphone. I almost forgot to pull it over. Babylon is falling. What? What? No. No. I hope not. We'll have to see, I guess. Happy Thursday, everybody. Faith is here.
Hey, everybody.
Oh,
Happy
let me turn your
Thursday.
mic on.
Oh, see?
There we go. That's better. Is that better?
Hey, no. Hi, everybody. Happy Thursday.
Tomorrow is Friday. That's the best part about Thursday, that tomorrow is Friday. Well, yeah, tomorrow's Friday. And, there's not much going on. They're arresting royals. There's war looming in Iran, but just take a moment to breathe. Just breathe. Come on, breathe with me. Everything's going to be all right, guys. Hey, you okay over there?
Yeah, just breathing.
Like that country air. Take a moment to breathe. It's going to be all right. Everything's fine. Your life is going to be the same. Everything's going to be all right. That's all. That's it. Yeah, that's the main theme, guys. What would a show be also? You got Iran, you got royals getting arrested for misconduct. It's a little sketchy. And then what would a show be if we didn't talk about the Epstein files. You have to talk about the Epstein files. It's like a prerequisite. Wow, I said that without messing it up. It's pretty good. All right. I feel like I can wrap it up now. Good job today. So yeah, we're gonna talk about all that stuff. Apparently we're also gonna talk about a teacher that identifies as a wolf. So stick around for that. 'Cause I'm sure it'll be worth it. It sounds amazing. So don't forget to take a quick moment here while we're relaxing and hit that like and share or subscribe or whatever. Hit some of the buttons, do some of the things. Just make sure you do that. That would be very helpful. It helps us to overcome the algorithm, which really hates the name of my channel. So go figure. I did watch some of the Board of Peace today. The Board of Peace. I watched some of that today. I watched a good bit of that today. I walked away knowing almost nothing more than I did when I started watching it. It was just a lot of it was impressive. It was interesting to see all those leaders together. That he has the clout to pull all that together. That was good. I mean, I watched as much as I could take of it. It was pretty good, like I said, outside of like the world leaders all tripping over themselves to praise President Trump. But I mean, he kind of deserves it. So you can't, just got a little bit, everyone did it whenever it was their turn to talk. So I didn't really get much out of that. I'm going to do a little research on it, see if I missed anything, maybe, I don't know. And then I was going to move on to Prince Andrew, former Prince Andrew of the royal family in England. I'm going to tell you, like most Americans, I don't care about the royal family. Not even a little bit. And that is saying a lot. I mean, I have an uncle who was knighted by Queen Elizabeth the First in 1581. So like I'm practically royalty myself, right? Right, Faith?
Practically, yeah.
Wrong.
Oh. Well, I'm like a blue blood, right? Am I like a blue blood? What the heck's a blue blood anyway? Anyway, I have skin in the game and I don't care about the royal family. You know how there's people that really care about the royal family, like there's people that really care about Disney and stuff, those people. So he was arrested for public office misconduct. Public office misconduct. Interesting. Nothing about abusing little girls or anything like that. So I found that to be kind of disappointing. It is good to see people getting arrested, but you want them to be arrested for the right things. I mean, who knows? This could be for the Epstein stuff, and they just aren't releasing that yet. Who knows? We don't know yet. A lot of people are reporting that he got arrested for the Epstein files. They're saying it wasn't that. Who knows? We don't know. Guess what you're supposed to do in a situation like that where you can't figure out the answer and you don't know the answer and you don't have the resources to get it yourself? You hold. Just hold for a few minutes and we'll figure it out. It'll all come through. 1647. 1647. You know what happened in 1647, right, Faith? You remember. You don't have to say. You could just tell me. I know you know.
I don't know.
Yeah, just say you know.
I
Say you
know.
know. Right? Just say you know.
I totally
That way
know.
you can come off looking smart.
I totally know.
And these people won't know that you don't know. All right. So let me ask you again. All right. Ready? Hey, you remember what happened in 1647, right, Faith?
Yes.
All right, cool. I knew you would. Well, that was the last time that a royal was arrested, don't you know? And it resulted in the beheading of Charles the First. Oh, I don't like that.
Wait,
I don't like that.
was that your uncle?
No. No. No, babe. My uncle was knighted in 1581. We're talking
that's right.
1647. That's a
Way
whole
behind.
different century. Come on, you know that. You know that. You're just playing around. I get it. Of course, the royal family isn't going to want one of their own convicted of raping and abusing children. I wouldn't think. Seems to me like kind of an Al Capone situation, right? Where they couldn't get him on all the all the horrible stuff he did, all the murder. They couldn't get him for all the murder and other stuff. So they got him on tax evasion and that kind of stuff. They still got him. Only with good old Al, the feds couldn't convict him on his real crimes. So they got him with tax evasion. But I fear that in this situation with Prince or ex-Prince Andrew, in his case, they could convict him for horrendous crimes, but instead they will convict him of smaller, much less embarrassing crimes, like, quote, misconduct in office. Now, again, that could be Epstein stuff, but I did see he was released, I believe, after 12 hours of questioning. There it is. Let's bring that up real quick. He doesn't look real happy, which is good. I think that's a good thing. Let's see here. Where are we at? There we go. Shouldn't take this long, but whatever. Andrew looks terrified after being released from police custody. So I guess he was in there for 12 hours getting questioned and stuff like that. So who knows what came out in that meeting, but it was his 66th birthday today. So that's cool. Happy birthday.
I think 12 hours with the government, I'd look like that too. Oh my God, take me home.
Yeah. Yeah, probably most likely, especially if you led a life like that where, you never really face any accountability for any of your actions and there was never any problems like that mixed up in it. So he looks a little bit concerned, which is, again, that's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's odd, I think, that they arrested him rather than letting him like turn himself in like they typically do with, important public figures that are being arrested. They didn't have him turn himself in. They actually went to his place and arrested him, which is interesting. So we'll have to follow the story. Um,
There will probably be nothing after this.
you don't think? You don't think?
I like to think that.
But the UN recently declared that Epstein committed, quote, crimes against humanity. So that helps, I guess, or something. The UN should just be disbanded. It's just like another strongly worded letter. And oh yeah, still no arrests in the United States. But you have to admit, I think this is the case, based on the media the way it used to be. On a side note, I was stumbling across some pictures. I found Walter Cronkite hanging out with Epstein at the ripe old age of, I think he's 92. It's 2 years before he died.
Hanging out with him?
They were sitting
Or
at a table around a coffee table, like sitting, hanging out, having conversation. It looked like.
Huh.
Um, if it wasn't for social media, the Epstein story would be long gone. I don't think you would hear about it. I don't think the media would be reporting on it. I think it would have faded away once they lost their initial usefulness, I suppose. When people started to realize that what they were saying about Trump wasn't true about it, and it wasn't as strong a weapon for them to use against the people, then it kind of becomes, then it fades away. You don't need it anymore. It doesn't really, it's not effective, right? But remember, because they tell us this. I mean, they don't act like it, but they tell us this. It's about, you know what it's about, right, Faye? Do you know what it's about?
Sunshine and rainbows?
It's about the children. It's always about the children, especially when it's politically beneficial to be about the children. I'm about sick of political tools being manipulated and used. Getting pretty sick of it. So that, it's all about the children, unless it's not politically beneficial. And then it's not so much about the children. Then it's more about, whatever else. Why do we expect our government to hold anyone accountable when so many of them are involved in the evil themselves? Maybe Epstein type evil or some other evil. When Americans lose complete faith in their government, what happens? Collapse. That's kind of the new angle for the Cloward and Piven strategy, to collapse the system. It used to be to collapse this. I mean, it still is. It used to be to collapse. The idea was to collapse the system from within by overburdening it with social programs and welfare and healthcare and stuff like that the government couldn't end up paying for. The taxes would go up, and eventually it would collapse. It would in on itself, and then they would build up a new government, quote unquote, in their image. So they do. They say they care about kids, but do they? There were 320,000 unaccompanied minors lost within our own borders by the Biden administration. 320,000. That's over 250,000 children. Did the left say anything? Nope. I didn't hear a peep. I didn't hear anybody saying anything about it. I heard it was fake news. I heard that when we would bring it up, it was, oh, that's fake news. That's not true. That's not happening. So the left didn't say anything. Why not? Because it would have hurt them politically. That's it. So kids, politics. What's really important? The most important thing to politicians is holding on to power. The next most important thing to politicians is growing their power. That's it. That's all most of them care about. There's good ones that go in there and then they get turned. That's one of the reasons why term limits is important. So you don't build those relationships over decades with lobbyists and corporations and such. But I think I'm getting a bit off traffic. So they didn't say anything about the kids because it would have hurt them politically. So they turned a blind eye to child trafficking within our own borders. Some would even say participated in child trafficking within our own borders. Many of those kids were released to sponsors that had no follow-up after. They just disappeared. Why did we, not necessarily why did we hear nothing from the left during that? I know why. We all know why we didn't hear anything from the left during that. The problem is that we didn't hear anything from the left about that. From the left, like why are they so severe that they're totally ignoring it when their people are in power? That's the problem. That's the sickness. That's the problem that we need to address. Everything else is a symptom. They found over 100,000 of these children now. Where are the news reports? Why haven't we heard anything about that? That seems like a pretty big deal to me. Tom Homan and ICE should be commended for their work. Instead, they are condemned for it, villainized, and demonized for it.
Out now. We're showing up at parking lots vacant homes. But we're not going to give up to every one of these kids are found. So we just found one 2 days ago, an example, 14-year-old little girl living with 2 adult males who trafficked her. And we found her, she's pregnant from trafficking, being forced into prostitution. 14 years old. So we're taking care of her, both physically and mentally. Despite what the media says, we're not heartless. We care about these kids. I'm a father. And the reason I'm so emotional and so hard, headstrong on this issue, because I've dealt with dying children throughout my career. I've held dying children. I've held dead children. I talked to little girls as young as 9 that were raped multiple times by the criminal cartels. I'll never forget it. When you get on your knees to talk to a 9-year-old little girl, everything innocent and pure is ripped from her, and she don't believe in humanity anymore because you had a bunch of animals crawling on her, taking everything pure from her. You'll never forget it. And that shit's happening every day through this trafficking, and we're going to put an end to it. Everything we can do.
They should be commended for that. They've saved the lives of hundreds or thousands of children. Where would they be now? Where would they be in 5 years? Thrown away, most likely. Thrown away. And then we got Iran. Oh my goodness, Iran. That old song, bomb, 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 Iran. I want to touch on this first. We'll hit Iran here in a second, but I just want to touch on this craziness in the Virginia Commission. I just got to put this up. A Virginia Commission removes the Pledge of Allegiance from regular agenda.
I would prefer to remove the Pledge of Allegiance under public hearings. It's section C under Article 5.
I would agree with that as well, actually. I'm glad we don't do any pageantry or rituals before we just dive into business.
She doesn't want to do any pageantry or rituals, and she would rather just dive into business.
Seems unnecessary.
Okay, the chair calls for a vote to remove the Pledge of Allegiance from the agenda. We'll take a roll call vote.
Vice Chair Dick?
Yes.
Commissioner Mayfield?
Yes.
Commissioner Pfeiffer?
No.
Commissioner Hernandez-Torres?
Yes.
Commissioner Bloom?
Yes.
Chairman Corral?
No.
But they don't want to spend the time, or
Ayes
what?
carry. The Pledge of Allegiance is removed from the agenda.
What's that?
They don't want to use the time. What's the?
They don't want to respect their country.
Wow.
That's all it is. That's all it really comes down to. I had a bunch of interesting videos to play. We'll hit this Iran thing first, and then I'm going to get into some of these videos that should be pretty interesting. Why is the cam so close? Oh, you're on the vertical. There's a horizontal also. Check it out. Iran. So are we about to go to war with Iran? The Wall Street Journal reported yesterday that the, quote, U.S. gathers the most air power in the Mideast since the 2003 Iraq invasion. Their supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, I used to be able to pronounce that, Khamenei, threatened to send U.S. warships to the bottom of the sea. So this thing seems like it's going great. I think Trump's a little bit angry at Iran about the whole protesters being killed in the streets and the not really negotiating the nuclear deal. However, he's earned my trust on his judgment in previous high stake events. I've second guessed him before and I've been wrong. I said that out loud, guys. I was wrong. You hear that? That's real. It's real. We'll have to see, I guess. They say that Iran is killing thousands of their own people in the streets. Estimates range from 30,000, 3,000, over to 100,000. I've seen some people say of the Iranian protesters in the streets have been killed by the government. Can we believe that? I don't know. Because I know what governments are willing to do for war. The military option is if negotiations fail? Like, is that the real end game in the first place? Trump has never been the bluffing type, and it costs enormous amounts of money to move those resources and those assets into the positions that they're in all across the world. So why are we there at all? Why are we in negotiations with Iran? Well, Trump wants Iran to agree to a stricter nuclear agreement, one that limits not just its nuclear activities, but also ballistic missiles and proxy support in the region. So all their little terrorist groups that they fund. Trump's publicly stated that Iran, quote, cannot have a nuclear weapon, and has set a short timeline within 10 days for progress, warning of, quote, bad things if talks stall. Another reason is probably all the murdering of protesters. Now, I believe that Iran would do that. They've done it before. So I do believe that Iran would kill its own people. That's what dictatorships and those kind of governments do. On the other hand, that's a tricky thing. We're not the world's police again. So, I don't feel like it's just so tricky, right? So let's work through it. We should have come, as far as like the using the murders and that kind of stuff to validate war. We should have come to the understanding a long time ago that we cannot trust government. More importantly, we cannot stop the people who run the world until we replace them. History tells us that if they want war, war will be made. There's not much we can do about that. If reasons for war do not exist, reasons will be manufactured through false flag events. This happens over and over in history. The problem is that people want to believe that other people value human life. The problem is that the people in charge don't value human life. It doesn't matter what it takes. If the false flag operation kills innocent people, collateral damage, because we're not people to them. We're pawns to be moved on a board, to be sacrificed, or whatever they decide to do with us. But we have to understand that those things do happen. They do. We want to believe that everybody, people are good, but they do. Like Japan did it to justify war with China in 1931. Nazi Germany did it to Poland when they were trying to validate invading Poland. And so they sent some Germans to a German radio station near the Polish border, and they attacked it and killed the people that were there. Then they put out a message on the radio station acting as if they were Polish people, giving an anti-German message. Then they shot and killed a prisoner that they had arrested the night before, a local that they arrested the night before, drugged, put into a Polish military uniform, and then shot him on that site and left him there to frame the Polish people for attacking the German radio station. It happens a lot in history. In 1999, Russia did it to some apartment bombings to blame it on the Chechen separatists so they could promote another war with them. And then that began Putin's rise to the presidency. The Gulf of Tonkin incident in 1964, leading to the Gulf of Tonkin resolution, enabling a massive U.S. escalation in the Vietnam War. The Levant affair, where Israel sent people into Egypt to set up bombs in places where British and American tourists were often go, so that they could ruin the relationship with Egypt and the West. And they were actually caught red-handed, I believe, and arrested on sight. Don't even get me started on 9/11. The list goes on and on and on and on. If you trust government, well, you're wrong. Our founders knew that too. They know the corruption that power can bring. So if we attack Iran, I think it's going to focus on like their nuclear facilities and their weapon sites and missile silos and stuff like that, anti-aircraft stuff, their weaponry, their military targets, and the leadership. I imagine he'll go in there and the leadership. I imagine it'll be quick. In and out once again, just like in Venezuela. I don't believe Trump wants to has any interest in some long prolonged war or war at all, to be honest. I mean, these are military strikes. I'd have to look up the numbers, but I believe Obama issued more military strikes than any president in history or something like that. He had high numbers when it came to just dropping bombs on other countries. I imagine that we can expect that Iran will strike back, but they'll do it in a way not to provoke an even harsher, because they'll get destroyed and they know it, but they can't. They have to. They're like the schoolhouse bully where they have to look tough no matter what. They have to look tough in the end of it, or they could lose it, all their mojo. So I imagine Iran's going to strike back. I imagine they'll use drones. They're pretty big on drones, and they'll probably hit like a military base or something like that that's near them. I'm sure they'll have their proxies like the Houthis and stuff pick up and start doing more damage, more attacks. You know, they'll close the Strait of Hormuz and mess up oil prices across the world. I think it's like 20 or 30% of the world's oil goes through there. Realistically, I don't think anything of that's going to happen. I think it'll be a strike. We'll get done what we wanted to get done. Iran will make their little strike back, and then that'll be the end of it, unless they really damage or kill some American soldiers, and then we're going to have real problems. Because I don't think the people will have that, but we'll have to see. It does have the potential to escalate and draw in other Gulf countries. Sure, it does. So in the end, I don't know. I don't know if this military buildup in the Middle East is a good idea or a bad one. I'm just some guy sitting in my house, in my office, in my studio, at the radio station, whatever you want to call it. MagAmericans headquarters. I'm just sitting here doing the best I can to figure all this stuff out with an honest eye. If you're trying to get to the truth and you ignore the facts because you want a certain outcome, then that's not going to end up good. I love the Reagan idea of peace through strength. I think it works. I like trust but verify as well from Reagan. I do believe that we're on the side of good here. However, America has screwed up so much in the Middle East for decades now. I just would like to just leave that place behind. To be honest with you, unless there's some reason why we have to go in, I would rather just leave the Middle East behind and focus on maybe our own hemisphere. What a novel idea. or even domestic issues, considering that maybe they should take priority, considering we have a midterm election coming up and the newly elected presidents always do bad in midterms. That's just the way it goes. So you can expect the Democrats to take some seats. I have hope that the Republicans will. Every time I have hope that the American people are waking up. And for so many years, I was totally disappointed. Totally disappointed. I remember when Bob Casey beat Rick Santorum. I just couldn't take it. So domestic issues need to take priority because the midterms, like they said, they go against the president. Typically, they go against the newly elected president. And if that happens, Trump essentially becomes the lame duck president. You're going to have the left, the Democrats in the House impeaching, stopping all the legislation, impeaching, and doing all that kind of stuff. I used to not say we should get rid of the filibuster, but man, I'm there now, I think. I keep thinking all the stuff we could get done. They're going to do it anyway if they ever get power back, right? And it's like, they used to say, well, you can't use that as a reason. You have to have principles and blah, blah, blah. And it's there for a reason. And I agree. The founders never let us wrong, as far as I know. So, but the thing about the Congress is Trump has been moving at like warp speed. No pun intended on that horrible vaccine program we had. Been moving at hyper speed since coming back into office. However, Congress, on the other hand, pretends to support him in the public eye, while the establishment, the Uniparty, is fighting him as hard as they possibly can, hoping for reinforcements after the midterms. And when I say reinforcements, I don't mean Republicans. I mean Democrats. Even Republicans on our side are hoping the Democrats can take power. Some of them. Because they don't want the pressure of having to support President Trump's agenda. Some of these guys are the Republicans that are in weaker districts where they could lose their seat. They're not going to want to do that. But I don't know, man. We need everybody. In 2025, Congress passed 38 bills, a historically low number, a modern record for the lowest legislative output in the first year of a new presidency. Well, that doesn't seem good. Where's Congress when we need them? I don't know. Does anyone know? They're just out there doing whatever. So then Epstein. Now back to Epstein. This guy again. Oh my gosh, this Epstein and Epstein. If anyone knows, there's been this video circulating around that's supposed to be Jeffrey Epstein's butler trying to sell a copy of Jeffrey Epstein's quote little black book. I'm not going to play all this, but a little black book to an FBI agent that he thinks is a lawyer. I think he's meeting. So this is the butler here in the middle in the white shirt.
Yeah, the document. Who created this book?
Epstein himself. I have it there, and also my computer, but just in case of our failure. He was very organized. He was supposed to have made this book, every plane and everything. Just there's the computer was ready with water. First time in my life I saw that to keep it cool, because they used to download pictures like this, just like that.
What kind of pictures?
Naked girls from Sweden, from Romania, from Czechoslovakia, from Brazil, from
All
Colombia.
minors? All young girls?
Very young. Very young.
Like when you say very young, how young are you talking?
16, 17. The teenagers, they have braces, most of them.
Younger than that though?
Yeah. And they used to go out to comedy shops or ice cream parlors or movies, a lot of movies. Because it was, they were painting ice cream and comedy and movies. Remember that they would stay even if you erase them. I know I will erase those say there's some. He played much with us. former companion, a very powerful lady from England. She would go to the former Eastern countries in Europe and find girls for Epstein. And I knew that because I went with my wife. They used to have a computer so powerful. They used to have a water radiator to cool the computer because they used to download pictures like that so fast. Girls, she has nice breasts, she has this and that.
You saw that stuff?
Yeah.
On the computers
Yeah.
and pictures of girls?
Mhm.
Were they naked and stuff like that?
Yeah, I testify that. They would back former Prime Minister of Israel. He would
Pretty sick.
The secret
Pretty
service
sick.
was there.
That comes from Al Jazeera. I'm not exactly a big fan. Oh, wait. No, what happened? I had a video queued up. Dang it. What happened to my video? I had it all queued up, and now it's gone. Dang it. Hang on a second. Okay. So it looks like someone just said here in the chat, in Idaho, a man stole an ambulance and filled it with gas canisters and drove it into a DHS office and tried to light the fuel on fire, but failed to do that. I looked it up here. Looks like that seems to be the case. Meridian, Ohio. A suspect stole an ambulance from St. Luke's and drove move it over here, into the Portico North office building in Meridian on Thursday morning and then poured gasoline or another accelerant in and around the vehicle before fleeing, police said. The department took the ambulance from the hospital, retrieved gas cans that had been staged in nearby bushes. Oh. Let's see what they got to say.
I am the sheriff of Doñana County. I'm here today with
Oh, come on.
Marshal Ben Escarate and my command.
Secret is MVP Asia
Okay,
Wilson's
what the heck?
It's earned Allure's Best of Beauty Award 3 years running.
I wonder to recount for you the events of the evening of February 17th, 2026. We were dispatched at that time, at that day, at approximately 8 p.m., along with Doñana County Fire and Mesilla Marshal's office, to a structure fire at 680 Watson Lane. So you know, this is a single family dwelling. It is rather a sprawling property, though, with several.
That's not even the right video. Oh, whatever. Why would they have it right there with the story? Oh, well. So that's interesting. People are crazy. It's official. What the heck? What? I didn't know he was a cop. Blah, blah, blah. Former UFC veteran champion Sean Strickland expressed zero regrets over his 6-month suspension from the Nevada State Athletic Commission, doubling down in a recent interview ahead of his UFC Houston main event return against Anthony Hernandez on February 21, 2026 at the Toyota Center. They handed the ban and a $5,000 fine retroactive to June 29th after he stormed the cage at. Oh, this is for something different. Oh, okay. That's something different. Interesting. So we had a little debate here on the show a few days ago about, like, there was someone in the chat that was talking about, basically just talking down on college and that kind of stuff I mean, I'm not in college, but on blue collar workers and basically saying no one ever wants to be that when they grow up and yada, yada, yada. And so I came across this thing as disturbing fraternity hazing exposed by cops. I don't know if anyone's seen this yet, but I'm going to pull this up because it's pretty silly. The cops get called to a fraternity, I guess, and they go down into the basement, And this is what they found in the basement.
Does anyone want to be forthcoming on what's going on? Anyone? Because you got to see it from my perspective. What the did I just walk into?
Police and firefighters responded to the Alpha Delta Phi fraternity house after a fire alarm went off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely need 133 here.
This is the alarm here.
Who's in charge?
They're upstairs.
How about we start cleaning this up? Everyone take their blindfolds off.
Shit.
I've already given multiple commands to clear the room and get out of here, but no one's moving. Really, they're taking this pretty serious. No one's telling me who's in charge of what's going on right here.
I can help you out, but I'm not in charge. Literally, I'd like to help you, but I'm not in charge. Yeah, I mean, we
It's like this goes on and on
You're just
for
blocking the door.
15 minutes, and this guy ends up getting arrested because he's blocking the officers from getting in there. Like, what are you doing, guys? Trade school. Trade school. Mispronouncing people's names doesn't make you seem smart, bro. It just seems like you disrespect other cultures, allegedly. No, I'm not just, I don't mean to. I try to pronounce the words right, but I'm kind of a dummy. So I'm not that good at it, I guess is what I need to say. I got a cat over there. We're gonna bounce around to a couple interesting stories here real quick. This lady, you tell me what you think about this video. So this lady goes out and doesn't think that it says mother-in-law DNA tested my child. I'm just gonna let it go with that. And then check this out. Tell me what you think about this. You know, mother protecting her son, or she should just mind her dang business.
You filthy. What are you on about? You have trapped my Sean into having your baby, but not his, because I have got proof here that you have been a scheming little. No, I haven't. Yes, you have. No, you do not. How can you look at me and tell me lies to my face? I'm not lying. You're an absolute liar. I'm not lying. Yes, you are a liar. What's with that? So this is when I had the baby last week and last night. Seem to have him every bloody night, don't I? While you're off gallivanting. So I looked after him, I cleaned his teeth, and then I sent it off for DNA testing. Do you know how creepy that is? Oh, without my consent. I don't give a shit. Oh, but you'll consent for me to look after him, will you, all night while you're out about? No, I haven't. Yes, you have. No, anyway, this came back from the DNA testers, and this says that you are the mother, and is Sean the father? Is he? No, he isn't. Some dirty skanky been out and shot somebody else, and then you come back and try to nail my son. Well, he's not falling for it. You can. I know you've never liked me, but it's going as far as making a fake You are damn right that. I've never liked you. Could just look at you. You can let barefaced lie to anybody.
What do you think about that? I don't know, man. I think she kind of overstepped the boundaries, but she's also trying to protect her son, right? So it's like, what do you do there? What do you do there? Alex Preddy did more good for the world than Charlie Kirk ever dreamed of to accomplish. Okay. All right. That's a funny one. That's funny. Civil war is imminent. The divide and conquer scheme has been undermining America. Both sides are guilty. The Democrats have gone too far with the calls for violence. They better tread easy. Yeah, I wrote my last Substack article about that. It's like basically I've never seen such like real utter hate for other Americans in the eyes of other Americans before. Hey, Mark from Detroit. I don't think civil war is coming, but I think that we're close. We're closer than we've ever really been. I think that we've got some. Yeah, it's coward and pivot. Yep. I think we've got some problems, but I don't think that it's going to be down to a civil war. I just don't. I don't think that. I don't even know what that would even look like. I have no idea what that would even look like. Goodness, you're certainly no fool. Glad I found this stream. I'm glad you found it too. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe and all that hubbub. Is this what I'm supposed to send out all my info? Check out my store at shop.magamericans.com. Yada, yada, yada. Anyway. I like a strong military too, but if our government is compromised, yeah. Trump is doing this to distract from the Trumpstein files. If you're, I mean, like, I don't even know what to say to anybody who's still like on that Trumpstein files type kick. I mean, really? Do you really think that? I mean, because I just don't understand the argument from people who really think Trump, like, how that Senator Lou came out and said that, Trump's been accused of raping little girls and killing, whatever, all this horrible stuff. Honestly, guys, think about it. Think about it. If you're on the left out there, just think about this. Just for a second. Honestly, think about this. Trump is the most investigated man in the history of the world. The left and his enemies, people that hate him, have been trying to get him for 10 years. Spending multi-millions of dollars on investigations and even on they even try to fabricate stuff, right? They even fabricated stuff. So, if there was some stuff, they would absolutely have brought it out, but they didn't have any stuff. And then you look at the files and you hear people saying he's in there 38,000 times and he's in there 100,000 times and he's in there 39 and 40,000 times. And I searched it right here live on the air. And he came up 47, I think it was 4,700 times. And when you get into the files and you look at them, there are people talking about him in their emails, like just saying his name and stuff. That's all you really see in there. So if you really think that Trump did those things, how do you think that information has not been made public yet? I mean, honestly, how? Think about it. These people that have been investigating him for this long hate him, want him out of office, want him in prison, and they couldn't do it. I mean, that alone should tell you that, there's probably nothing to it.
Hey, I'm back.
Oh, there, your mic's on now.
Hey, I'm back.
Yay!
Did you miss me?
I did. I always miss you when you're gone. Epstein is a distraction from a bigger picture. Look, you always got to be aware of that. You always have to be aware of that. That's what they do. That's what they do. How about this? How about this officer? Let me get this off there.
Listen. Yes, there is, because I'm telling you to. In the state of Maryland, I can tell you get out of the car. So you're going to get out of the car, you're going to go to jail. I'm going to tell you one more time, get out of the car. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? Get out of the car now. What's your probable cause? I don't need probable cause.
Dang. He just ripped the window off. Dang, he don't mess around. He's not trying to deal with any of that stuff. Durka. That's a great movie. I got to watch that with the kids sometime. I don't think you've ever seen that, have you, honey?
I saw it when it came out.
Oh, sorry.
The only thing I remember from it, honestly, though, is that Durka.
If I were to get
Tell me what you think about this.
have PCOS, so if I were to get pregnant, I'd probably die.
So then don't get pregnant. Simple.
So what if I get raped?
We're all thinking it, right?
Have PCOS.
Messed up. Why would you play something like that? You're such a jerk.
Bro.
We'll go to this then. We'll switch back over to this. We'll get some action shots out in the field here.
I'm going to let him speak to you while you're asking him questions or not. Yeah, he doesn't. What's that? Are you going to?
So the guy in the red shirt on the right with the says seal of the state, whatever on the back, he's a conservative. He's talking to a guy off screen to the right, and this other guy kind of butted in.
Let him answer your questions, then shut the fuck up. Sure. When he's talking.
He's fine with pedophiles.
Calm down, dude. No.
He's fine with people.
You're being rude, so I'm going to be rude to you.
No,
You want to talk? Are you listening to him?
Yes. You're fine with death and thousands of people.
This is the mindset of the left, how they feel like they need to get in there and they need to be in charge and they need to referee and make sure that everything conversation is all good and butt out, man. You don't even have anything to do with this conversation. Why is he getting involved? I don't know.
People being murdered.
I don't think people. Now let him talk. So people are not being murdered for being trans.
Oh, they're not being.
No. He didn't say that they were being murdered for being trans. You're not listening. Who is being murdered more? Preborn humans or born?
I think so.
They're fine. They're fine. They're fine.
Miss Good was not gay. You're saying
She was not murdered because she was gay.
she's not murdered.
That would be a lie.
Why was she,
So that doesn't matter.
Why was she murdered?
Oh, so that doesn't matter.
So you said,
No, what
so
your
she
point
was
doesn't matter.
murdered.
Oh, your point doesn't matter.
Who is this guy?
Calm down. You're doing the thing you told me not to
You
do.
said you justified.
I'm not.
I want him to
Listen,
But you just
listen.
said
I'm
you
helping him
justified.
because I don't give a fuck about you. I didn't. Calm down, sir.
Crazy eyes, man. It's always in the eyes.
They don't want us to have an opinion. That's what I gather from that.
No.
He just wants to walk in front and butt in because he doesn't want anybody to talk about whatever
They don't want
whatever
us
they're
to-
talking about.
No opinion. And when you do have one, I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked over here. Let me check this out. I want to show you this. This is that monkey I was talking about. The story of Punch Kun, known as Punch, the baby monkey who was rejected by his mother. Punch is a 7-month-old baby monkey who inhabits the something zoo in Japan. Long story short, they saw his mother rejected him, so the people that work there gave him a plush toy, and he carries it around with him everywhere. I think it's just really kind of cute. He's just a baby. Could do without the music. Poor little
He
baby.
just wants a friend.
Yeah. Sad. Look at that little baby. It's cute. Anyway, I can't deal with that music too much more. That's just a cute little story. We need some cute little stories. I have another one, a nice little story. Do you want to see a nice little story? Do you want to see a nice little story?
Yes, let's
Okay,
see a nice little
sweet.
story.
I'm so glad you do.
Sorry,
this.
I don't know if you're talking to me.
I know.
We got a brain cancer diagnosis. Excuse me, sir. Did you drop this back there?
No, sir, I lost my wallet.
What's
I
that?
lost my wallet. Right. I had brain surgery.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I have a tumor.
Oh,
And,
sorry.
Like, I lost it right before the hospital.
Oh, really? But is this it?
No, sir.
Oh.
The Carhartt.
Oh, it's a Carhartt. Oh, okay. Sorry to hear that, man. Well, thanks for being honest. Hello, how's it going? What was your name, sir?
I'm Dave.
Danny.
Man, this is actually my wallet. I want to give you what's inside of it. It's $1,000 for being honest.
What?
Yeah, that's for you.
For what?
Just for being honest. Jesus
Just walks
loves
around
you
giving out
guys.
money all the
Don't
time.
take that.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Like, I'm just concerned about the price of the Gatorade.
Yeah. You're welcome, man.
Gave him like 6 to 18 months to live. Even with surgery and the radiation and everything, just got denied for medical assistance. I'm not sure how. I can't work because I have to take him to doctor's appointments every day. He can't work. And our lease is running out April 8th. So we're also trying to like pay bills and look for a new place and find the money to get into a new place. Worry about being homeless because I'm scared every night that we're going to be living in my car. I have to get a tent and then I'm going to get my little girl taken away from me because I can't take care of her because we got a brain cancer diagnosis.
That's nice.
I wish I could walk around with bundles of money and just hand it to people.
Oh, I know, right?
That would be very rewarding, I think.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
do imagine that you probably would get some people looking at you like, who are you? No. Like, this is weird. What do you want for it?
One more. I guess we're going to go with the monkey theme.
My son said, Dad, why do I have shadows? I said, son, there's light in you. And where there's light, there is shadow too. You must learn to play with your shadow. Then the world will play with you.
I brought someone.
And the child said, Dad, I am so scared. And I said, son, you're not alone. And he said, I wanna go.
It's hard to just love each other.
It's really not that hard.
I guess it's not. Maybe animals are just better. Better than people.
Well, yeah, it's really easy to love animals. It's really not hard to love each other. I saw earlier today, old high school friend came across as like a suggested friend on Facebook, and he's very liberal, whatever. But anyways, reading some of his posts, I haven't seen him in so long, and we're not friends, so I was just kind of being nosy. But one of his comments in his comment section was how he's very liberal, and it was a political post, and then somebody in the comment section said, rah, 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 I can't stand these MAGA people. And then my high school friend said that he completely cut off all ties with his sister, his blood sister, because of politics, and they can't come to agreements, and he thinks she has no morals because she supports Trump. And I'm just reading this and I'm just like, what are we doing? Why are we cutting off family members over politics? Like, when you are on your deathbed, your sister is going to be there. Not any of these other people, any of them, the government or any of these friends, probably, maybe one, but your sister's going to be there. I just can't understand why people are abandoning family over politics.
Yeah.
Sorry, but the little monkeys remind me of family.
Yeah, they should. That's that like us boiled down just to the, I don't know. Doing good deeds on video for clout is not admirable. Yes and no. I mean, I get what you're saying. You know, they have their link in the bio for crowdfunding, and I'm sure they make a couple bucks from it. But it's, still nice to see.
Yeah, that guy that's giving out the money, I think that too. I'm like, well, where does he get the money from? Like, does he have that much money that he's giving out his own money? Probably not.
Imagine.
So then it's like, can you trust? Yeah, right. So he's got to ask for crowdfunding to be able to give it away. So it's like, well, can you trust it? I don't know. You never know with any of this stuff.
I'm still back on the guy with the brain surgery. Yeah. Speaking of loving everybody, LGBTQ, parents outraged over Fort Bragg teacher who identifies as a trans wolf named apparently Lilith Deathhowl. Where are we at, guys? A group of military families at Fort Bragg is expressing deep concern about a teacher at their children's school who identifies as a transgender wolf. Well, I mean, yeah. What other kind of wolf are you going to identify as, right? With the help of Liberty Counsel, they're calling on the Department of Defense education activity to remove the teacher from the classroom. They point to multiple disturbing examples that have confused and terrified their kindergarten and pre-K children at Mildred B. Poole Elementary School. The Christian nonprofit sent a demand letter to the DEA on February 9th stating that the multiple parents have reported sexually inappropriate behavior by the male trans-identified substitute teacher and teacher's aide. The parents are upset, well, yeah, that administrators have allowed him to engage in, quote, disturbing behavior, unquote, that involves dressing in feminine clothing in class, as well as wearing a dog collar with fetish tags and an animal tail.
Oh my goodness. This is kindergarten?
The letter also alleges that the teacher has involved children in his sexual fetishes by doing the following: telling students he turns into a, quote, wolf at night, his fetish animal, directing them to howl like wolves. I wonder if that brings him kind of some weird pleasure, right? Requiring them to call him by some of his online wolf character names, requiring his students to address him by inaccurate female names and pronouns, and telling the children he's, quote, actually a woman who, quote, likes boys. Pre-K,
No,
kindergarten.
no.
Parents reported that their children felt scared and anxious after the teacher. Well, that's just because they're bigots. That's just because they're closed-minded bigots. Their parents are probably racist or something. So who cares what they think? Be yourself. Express yourself. Be free. Be your true self. Apparently, this dude's true self is insane. Her daughter expressed fear, saying, "Mommy, I'm scared he's going to come eat me," referring to statements the teacher made about turning into a wolf at night. Another child reportedly said, "Mommy, Miss Roxy says he was born in a male's body, but he's actually a woman, but he likes boys."
Why do the kids know this?
Because they're in kindergarten and pre-K. I mean, yeah, they totally should be allowed to know that stuff. It's important. You must be a bigot too. Liberty Counsel's letter also lists several names the teacher purportedly uses, including Roxanne Wildheart, Kiara Blackheart, Lilith Deathhowl, Captain Roxy, and Armistice Deathhowl, Savage Beast Queen, and many other names. Parents say they reported the unsettling behavior to the school administrators in early 2025 and again in January 26, but were told the school could not intervene due to the teacher's transgender status and lack of an official dress code. Make a dress code. The organization is urging the DODEA to suspend the teacher, remove him from contact with children pending an investigation, and provide forensic interviews for girls he's escorted to the bathroom. Liberty Counsel reports the agency has not responded to its letter. The male's behavior and DODEA's failure to intervene constitutes sexual harassment in violation of Title IX, the letter states, adding that the situation also undermines military readiness by distracting service member parents. Liberty Counsel's founder criticized the school's handling of the allegations, saying administrators allowed the behavior, quote, in violation of these children's rights and the rights of their parents, unquote. He called on DODEA officials to take swift action, protect these impressionable children from the gross and disturbing behavior. What the hell are we doing? How is there not some teacher at that school going, hey, buddy, hey, dude, you can't do that?
How's the principal not doing that?
Right.
The leadership. How did they not see what he is walking into in that class? Come on. Come on. I don't believe it. I don't believe they don't see it.
That's I don't even know what to say. Where the hell are we at now? That happened on a military base? Remember, if you don't like that, you're a bigot. That's just what it is. It is what I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry to be the one to have to let you know you're a bigot because you don't want a perverted mental disorder wolf to educate your pre-K students or escort your little pre-K girls to the bathroom because nothing's gonna happen. Everything's fine. I'm sure we're not going to hear a story in a few weeks or months about how they discovered some abuse occurred. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sure we won't because no one will report it. I'll have to go out and actually look at it. Yeah, I'm talking about a trans wolf teacher. Yeah. Believe that? Oh, well, is YouTube doing that again, huh?
Yeah, and
YouTube's
it
all over
doesn't
the
make
place.
any sense what they're blocked. I don't understand.
Just trying. There's a couple other things I was going to touch on, but I want to keep it upbeat. I don't want to end on a bad note.
To me, that's that right there specifically is just more why I think that parents need to be paying attention. Talk to your kids. Talk to your grandkids. Because like a lot of that stuff, especially at kindergarten, they don't know what's normal and not. You know what I mean? They don't know that your teacher shouldn't be walking around with acting like they're a wolf. They probably think, woo, just like my kid thought he was Batman when he was 5. I think it's just so important to be aware of what's going on and you're not going to know everything, but then when you do find things out, it is important that you speak up, not just sweep it under the rug and just, it's okay. No. We need to speak up.
Present wolves accepted. Hey, babe.
Yep.
Are you excited? Gen X should be excited.
I am excited because I think I know what's coming next.
Starter brings back the classic starter pullover jackets. Is yours there, babe?
I don't see mine right there. In the
Who did you
picture.
have?
I had the Tar Heels.
Oh,
Because
the
I liked
Tar
the
Heels.
colors.
Yeah.
Because the colors were pretty.
Was it because you were a fan of the
No.
team?
No.
Oh,
Nope.
okay. So you used to wear one of those, did you?
I did wear one. I'm a little excited because actually we were talking about them somewhat recently and I was trying to show my kids. I was like, not everybody, but a lot of people had these starter jackets and they were like, what's that? So I was trying to find a picture of like the original one that I had and I couldn't find one. I'm a little excited. You gonna buy me one?
I don't know. When am I going to get my Polk High jersey? Seriously, when am I going to get my Polk High jersey?
I don't know. Maybe Father's Day. Somebody remind me that on Father's Day I need to get a Polk High jersey.
Faith and I met when I think we was 22 or something like that. But we met before that when we were like 17 at a party. And I remember I was doing like a totally normal thing. I was sitting on the floor.
No.
It's totally normal. I had hair like down to here. Yes, I had hair like down to here, and I was sitting in front of my buddy's big, huge stereo system with 12-inch woofers, and I'm just headbanging to the music. Just leave me alone. I'm sitting in Indian style, just headbanging to the music, right? And I look over to this way, and I see this beautiful girl sitting over there. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. And right next to her was Faith. Oh, I'm just kidding. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, so I saw this beautiful woman sitting there. Her name was Faith.
She was she looking at you like you were crazy? You
Uh,
guys don't know this story, so let me preface real
I
quick
don't
because he's
remember.
not the greatest at prefacing
Your mouth was
these things.
hanging open, like all in just in awe.
So I had a friend. I was in, I don't know, doesn't matter, high school. We were in high school. I had a friend who invited me to a party that night.
No.
And I was like, yeah, I'll go. Okay, sure. It was a guy friend, doesn't matter. But anyways, we walked in and I walked in and saw this dude sitting on the floor headbanging. And I legit was like, what is this dude? The whole time. That's what he sat there and did. And I was like, what is with this dude? Not till later did I find out that was my husband.
Well, the point of the story was, before you took it over, was that I looked over and saw this girl over there, beautiful girl over there, looking around the room, seeming to be a little bit uncomfortable. And I was going to go over there and I was going to give her a big old kiss and tell her we're going to get married.
Yeah, I missed this.
But so maybe mute your mic. But then I didn't turn that light on. But then I saw that she was wearing a starter jacket. And I knew that she wasn't up to my standards yet. So we had to get her away from that starter jacket into some normal clothes. That's how it happened, right, babe? Pretty sure that's how it happened. That's how it went down.
I mean,
So my leather jacket was cool, bro.
I like all music.
Just want to let you. Wrong button.
I like all music and I like rock music, but never have I ever headbanged. That gives me a headache. I don't understand the purpose of it. I get it as far as like, like kind of feeling the music and stuff, but the amount of time that you were headbanging was insane. I was like, who is this dude? And the funny part to me is we didn't realize that this interaction had happened until I think we were engaged at this point. And his friend at the time, his friend, comes in. We like go over there on a Friday night or whatever, and he's like, "Hey guys, I found this video. You have to watch it." So he puts this VHS tape in the player, and he plays it, and I'm looking at it going, "I was at this house," and then anyways, dude's holding the camera, the camcorder, and he's walking, and here I walk up into the camcorder like, "Hi." I didn't know anybody there except for the kid that I was with, so I was just kind of like awkwardly like, "Hi" to the camera. Anyways, it was pretty funny finding out that we had met back then while we were engaged now. I was like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. That was you? Because I was legit like, you were crazy.
Awesome. When you say crazy, you mean awesome, right?
Yes. Yes. Hail Slayer said, she got hot on you, brother. The long hair metal dudes always had the hot chicks. Oh, that's funny.
Who had the hot chicks? What'd I miss?
The long haired metal dudes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. That's right. Especially the ones with a car and a job like me. Right? I don't know. Maybe. So, yeah. And then my mother told me she was the one. So I guess that's why, I was getting ready to break it off. But
Shut up.
my mom was like, give her a chance. Look how pitiful she looks. Give her a chance.
Oh, stop it.
Anyone who knows, we got to get your damn camera working again. Anyone who knows that I married up. Okay. I married out of my league. I married up. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe it was the alcohol. I don't know. But somehow I managed to trick this woman into marrying me. And then I, tried to have a bunch of kids so she couldn't run. That's what kids are for, I think. So, we got a bunch, right? When's your camera going to go back on? People want to see you, babe.
I don't know. Not right now. I know that much.
She knew if she banged your head against the wall enough, you'd eventually come out of your senses and ask her out. Oh, I'm smooth. I'm smooth like butter. Don't even make me bring up the scratch my neck trick.
Oh my gosh.
That's smooth like butter. Hey, maybe we should bring it up. Any bachelors out there, you can use my trick.
Yes, so you could
It's a
tell that
badass
one.
trick. It's
I
a
think
good
it was
trick.
funny because it worked for like 10 years.
Yes. Yes. Well, I guess the story goes like this. When we first started dating, I don't like to, I'm a gentleman. Let's just put it like that. I'm a gentleman. So when we were first dating, I remember one time she like rubbed her nails like on the back of my head a little bit while we were doing a little kissing. And I told her, I said, that really turns me on. Right. And the reason I did that was because I wanted to know if she wanted to do kisses without me having to like throw it out there. And you know what I mean? So then I would know if she put her hand back there and scratched the back of my head a little bit, I knew, okay, all right. I'm in. Woo! I'm in. And yeah, that worked for 10 years or
It
so
was
until
like
I finally
10
told her what I was doing there. And
It was a long time. And I remember her telling me that. And I was like, what? That's genius. Really?
yes, I'm good like that. You're welcome.
That's great.
You are welcome.
Sorry, Sherry. That was too much TMI. She said.
I just said kissing.
Oh my. Good times. Good times.
I agree. Have you seen the Democrat maybe I'll play this. It says, have you seen the Democrat platform policies wish list? It's got AOC up on stage. I'm gonna play this real quick to see what this is all about. It's it's AOC, so it's probably gonna be profound. And she has a nice group of very, all the races are assembled behind her. You got white, you got black, you got Asian, you got Hindu, you got all the race. That's great. That's beautiful.
But we must remember, in a time such as this, we are not the crazy ones, New York City. We are not the outlandish ones, New York City. They want us to think we are crazy. We are sane.
Do sane people usually talk about how sane they are? Or is that usually like crazy people? I think it might be more the crazy people. I don't know. Faith, what profound information do you have for us here? What profound story did you bring to the table this evening?
No, nothing profound. That is for sure.
Nothing profound?
No, I don't have anything profound. No. You have to prepare me for those kind of things. I'm like racking my brain all of a sudden.
How am I supposed to do that?
I don't know.
Can't even get you to produce.
Right?
She sits over there and just watches the show.
Gosh.
Unbelievable. Anyway, whatever. Saturday morning, we're going to be here at 6 a.m. Yeah, it's crazy early, but we're going to be here at 6 a.m. because I get up way earlier than that.
Hold on a second.
What?
We aren't going to be here at 6 a.m.
Oh, you're not going to get up early with me?
No, I won't be here at 6 a.m., but he will. I might be in the chat, but I won't be here.
She won't be in the chat until like 7:30. Don't tell her I said that.
Said what?
What?
Said what?
I didn't say
What'd you
anything.
say?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What?
Thanks again, Carrie, for becoming a member. Anyone else that wants to become a part of our little community, feel free to hit the join button down below.
We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers.
Yes.
So if you haven't hit that button tonight and you are having a good time just chilling with us, hit the button.
Yeah, help us out. Don't be so selfish. Goodness. Spread some of that click love. Click love?
The what?
I don't know. It's getting late. I was on first thing this morning. I'm going to close the day out on. It's all right. Everything's cool. It's good. Faith, you didn't do I do it all week for you. And then whenever it comes time for you to do it, you don't do it.
Is that my profound statement?
Hey man, just want to let you know that sometimes you got to shut the fuck.
Did you just tell me to shut the F up?
Wrong.
Hey, everybody. Smile at a stranger. Bro.
I didn't do that. Was Nancy,
Smile,
man. Nancy's drunk again.
Smile at a stranger. Smile at a stranger.
All of them?
Hold the door for them.
All of them?
Just remember that everybody's not your enemy. Even if they're wearing, I guess they're not going to be wearing a Kamala Harris shirt anymore, but maybe they are.
Maybe next
I
time.
don't know.
Maybe next
You
time.
can think they're a dummy. Just open the door for them and smile at them and say hello.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I always say, oh, look at that, Vicky Burke. Thank you kindly. Thank you kindly. Much, much appreciated. Very much appreciated.
Yes. Welcome.
Now I feel like I should stay.
Well, now you have to.
Well, I didn't have anything lined up.
We're silly, man. We are. I am not a producer, and that guy over there tends to leave himself muted sometimes, and like hit random buttons in the middle of you talking. I don't know if you guys can hear what I hear in my headphones, but
He presses buttons. But the point here is that we just want to make America better.
so thank you for joining us. Well, we
try to do that. And we have some laughs, and you may not agree with all of them, but it's cool.
we don't have to agree on everything.
It's funny, okay? It's funny. You're going to laugh at it. Just be quiet and laugh. It's funny.
I sound like a chipmunk.
No, you don't.
You just sit there and laugh at yourself. It sounds funny in my ears.
Bro. Bruh.
What, bruh? What, bruh?
Bruh.
I got rid of that button. I got to put it back, I think.
Go ahead.
All right. I say pray for your enemies. I always say pray for your enemies. And I always say if someone popped in your head when I said pray for your enemies and someone popped in your head, you better pray for that person. If they popped in your head, you're like, oh, I can't pray for that guy. That guy's horrible. I can't pray for that guy. Pray for that guy. And you know what? While you're at it, throw faith in myself in those prayers too. I could use them. We could always use them. That's the number one way that you can help support this channel is just prayer. That's the number one thing. I would rather you prayed for me than donated. I said it, and I meant it too. I did. You know, actually, one thing I'm going to put on that I haven't put on for a while. I'm going to put this one on because we haven't seen the video part of it for a while.
We will not stop this time. We will not stop. We will not stop. We will not stop until we have our country back. We will not stop until we rescue our country from evil. We will not stop until we rescue our country from evil, corruption at the worst in our modern history. Stand up, America. Fight for your nation and your freedom.
Megaphone was hanging off his neck.
Yeah, he didn't need that dang thing.
Yeah.
He didn't need that, man. That was just for show.
Great guy.
Rest in peace, Steve. Prayers go out to anyone out there, someone that we know is going through some stuff right now. I just like to hold them up in prayer. Know that we're thinking of you. I'm not gonna get into too many details about that, but just remember, everyone's going through some stuff out there, guys. We're all going through some stuff. Everybody. Let's just try to be there for each other and help each other out and get through that stuff because we're all more alike than we think we are, man. We're not that different. So God bless. We'll see you on Saturday morning. Like, share, and subscribe. Push this out to all your friends. Talk to us.
Wait, who? Talk to who? They can't talk to us, babe, unless
Go
we're
talk
here.
to all your friends about us. Tell your mom about us. Tell everybody about us. It's amazing. They're all going to come in and check it out. And then we'll see you Saturday morning for more of this beautiful show. God bless. Have a wonderful night. We'll see you then.